Everybody wants to be a YouTube vlogger, right? And if you're gonna start a YouTube channel, Thailand seems the perfect place to do it. The weather, the beaches, the street food, and the nightlife. Thailand isn't just exciting to film, it's the #1 location for wannabe YouTubers. So how the hell did I fail miserably at launching my YouTube channel? Let me share my story with you. More importantly, I'm going to share how you can avoid the costly mistakes that I made so your channel doesn't flop like a limp dick like mine did. It all started back in 2021. After the lockdown restrictions lifted in the UK, I booked the first flight out with one goal: to follow in the footsteps of YouTubers like Paddy Doyle, Keys1, and Chris retired working for you. Their videos inspired me to move to Thailand in the first place. Night after night I consumed their content. When I finally touched down in Bangkok and made my way to Koh Samui, that dream became a reality. I was ready to launch my YouTube career. 3 months later, and life was great. I'd made amazing friends, lived in a beautiful beachside condo overlooking the sea, and enjoyed everything island life had to offer. But I hadn't made a single video. So I decided to move to Koh Samui, thinking a change of scenery would kickstart things. And guess what? I actually filmed some content. My very first YouTube video. Or was it? Let's just say the only place it deserved to go was straight into the bin. It was absolutely terrible. In fact, if I'm being honest, it was worse than terrible, and it didn't ever see the light of day. Fast forward 6 months and I relocated to Bangkok and finally created content worthy of uploading. Now, I need to make a disclaimer. What happened next does not, and I repeat, does not happen in 99% of scenarios. With only 17 subscribers, my video went viral, at least viral by my standards. 5 views turned into 50, then 500, then 5,000 within just a few days. And a few weeks later, it had amassed over 50,000 views. Suddenly, my 17 subscribers exploded to 3,000 and I was on a roll. Not quite, because it took me another 2 months to upload my second video. You're probably thinking, why didn't you keep the momentum going after such a huge success? And that's the million-dollar question. Passion, drive, desire. And here's where I can share some real wisdom and hopefully save you the time and energy and a hell of a lot of frustration. You see, the reality was, I just wasn't motivated to make this type of content that I'd set out to create. My first video was called I'm leaving the UK for good, and here's why. It was basically me on a rooftop of my condo block, sun shining, the Bangkok skyline behind me, having a rant about the UK's decline and broken Britain. The setting was perfect and the video certainly struck a nerve. But here's the thing. I produced a unicorn, a one-off, and I had zero desire to keep making ranty, negative content. And that's when the penny dropped. Maybe being a YouTuber in Thailand wasn't for me after all. The thought of filming just didn't excite me. In fact, it drained me. It was a chore, an absolute ball ache if I'm being completely honest. I just wasn't cut out to make the type of content I'd watched back in the UK. I felt uncomfortable walking down the street talking to a camera. I didn't want to stick a lens in the face of an unsuspecting food vendor or film people in Bangkok's poorest neighbourhood just for entertainment. I had no desire to make videos like, how much do I really spend a month in Thailand? Is this really the best pad thai in Bangkok? Or the infamous $500 condo tour. Now, I'm not knocking YouTubers who make this type of content. It serves a purpose. It just didn't serve mine as a creator. And that's the lesson I want to share with you. YouTube is a difficult nut to crack. Consistency is absolutely imperative if you want any chance of building a successful channel, let alone a profitable one. But here's what most people don't tell you. In order to be consistent, you must be driven to make the content. You simply must have the desire to create or you will fail. If you're not waking up with a burning desire to grab your camera and film, you'll find it an uphill struggle to produce the quality content needed to grow. For me, my heart just wasn't in it. I used to dread filming days, and that's simply not good enough. I already ran a profitable online business, so I didn't need the money. There wasn't even a financial incentive for me to make content, which for some people is essential in order for them to remain in Thailand. I certainly wasn't going to end up a Bangkok beggar like some failed YouTubers do if my channel didn't end up making money. To grow your channel, you must enjoy what you do, and I cannot stress that enough. YouTube must be your passion project, not something you force yourself to do because it seems like a good idea. So, is this the end of my YouTube career? Absolutely not. This is the start of a life-changing adventure. Remember, if you risk nothing, you risk everything.